Good morning, my beloved students. How are you today? Our lesson is developing our region. You know that all countries want to be highly upgraded and want to move themselves forward. That's why they start to establish new things and build new roads for trade and start to have new manufacturers and industries. The first question here, number one, name three different ways of transportation that has developed over time. We have the railways, waterways, and air roads. Regarding the railways, we have the trains. Waterways, we have the ships, and air roads, we have the planes. Number two, write three reasons behind the development of transport network. Why transport network are being upgraded and developed? Due to resources, you find new resources like petroleum, you get much money, and so you start to build a robust network of transport. In addition to strategic planning means that your country wants to be a great country, so they start to build a plan into their minds how to make it great again and how to keep it on the utmost level of success. So they start to build new roads and railways and waterways and air roads. Okay. In addition to new trade, your country is also pioneering in one of the industries, so they want to sell their products, and that's why they start to build new trade. Okay. Number three, how engineers compare and evaluate transport of networks using beta index. And write the formula. We have what's beta index? Beta index equals number of links over number of nodes. So if I ask you what's beta index equals number of links over number of nodes. Number four, write three push factors Saudi Arabia geography and give one example. Regarding the climate, we all know that the climate of Saudi Arabia is hot and dry most of the year. And topography, it's hard terrain. Regarding the soil, it's infertile soil, like it's not agricultural one. You can't find a variety of products, okay, because it's like a desert land, a sand most of the parts, which is not so fertile soil. Number five, write two examples of barriers in Saudi Arabia. We have Roma Al Khali, the empty corridor, and Hijaz, the mountain range. So again, write two examples of barriers in Saudi Arabia, Roma Al Khali, the empty corridor, and Hijaz or mountain range. Number six, name three natural resources in Saudi Arabia around which most cities developed. We have water, oil, and other minerals. Again, natural resources in Saudi Arabia, water, very important, oil, so crucial, and other minerals. So we have in Saudi Arabia water, oil, and other minerals. What is GNB, or what does this word stand for? The acronym GNB stands for Gross National Product, the total product of your country. Again, GNP, it stands for what? Actually stands for Gross National Product. How much your country produces. How many products do you have in your own country? Okay, and then GDB. The word GDB or acronym GDB stands for Gross Domestic Product. Domestic here means local one. So we have GNP, which means gross national. Gross means the total gross national product, and this is GNP. And GDP means gross domestic product. Gross domestic product. Number nine, write 10 different factors that indicates the better or worse quality of life in a country. Again, write 10 different factors that indicates better or worse quality of life. How can I measure your life or the life of any person all around the globe or in any country? How can I assess this life? How can I see whether they are doing great job or moving badly? Okay, we can check the infant mortality rate. What's infant mortality rate? Like the number of people who are born and the number of people who die. Purchasing power, the ability to buy something, public health, education, housing, literacy or like equal to education, how to read and write, life expectancy, how long people live in your country, medical care, the hospital and the medical service, technology, and nutrition. Nutrition means food. So we have 10 things which would say that your country is moving in the right track or on the wrong track. So we have infant mortality rate, IMR, number of people who are born, and also the number of people who die like that. Purchasing power, are you able to buy new products or not? How much are you able to do that? Public health, education, housing, literacy, ability to read and write, life expectancy, how long will you live? Medical care, the hospitals, and technology and nutrition. Nutrition means food. So all these factors indicate and show the better or worse quality of life in your own country. Okay, fill in the blanks. A high GNP per capita normally means that a country is fairly wealthy. So, like for example, if we say that the GNP in Saudi Arabia is, for example, 5,000 Saudi Riyal, but in other country, 500 Saudi Riyal, for example. So this would mean that your country or you are living in a fairly wealthy country, and the other people are not doing the same track. So a high GNP per capita for means like for each person normally means that a country is fairly wealthy. Like if you take 10,000, and the people in other countries take, for example, only 1,000. So this is a high GNP. Okay. Per capita is Latin word meaning per person or per head. So the word per capita means for each and every single person. Okay. The GDP, what's the GDP? GDP is the value of all goods and services produced in a country in only 1 year. So this is the GDP. And as you see here, we have to said that GNP stands for Gross National Product, and GDP, Gross Domestic Product. So there's a difference between them. Great. Okay. Economists, like people who work in the field of economy, business, and money, can measure the size of an economy. How? By working out the gross national product. So, if you want to know the how much the economy is, or whether it is strong or not, you can go to the gross national product and see its size. Okay. Next one, the Asir region in Saudi Arabia has always been good place for farming. So what is one of the best places in Saudi Arabia for farming? Asir region. Okay, and the last question, the name of Riyadh comes from Rauda, meaning garden. So the name of Riyadh comes from Rauda, which means garden. So this is our lesson. It's about developing our region. All countries, especially Saudi Arabia, doing great job on the utmost level of success and like building new airports, buying new planes, developing the trails they have, and building water canals and like having doing great tasks in the field of agriculture. So they are moving forward, and they like want to give the utmost level of success and the highest level of GDP for their citizen. This is our lesson for today. Don't forget your homework. Actually, this is our last period for social studies. This is our last class, and this is our last lesson. You will have a project. I will send it on WhatsApp group. Kindly do it. I appreciate your great efforts. Thank you so much, and have a great day.